So here we go with a beginner video that has no planks in it. So this is for anyone that has any shoulder or neck issues. So if you have any pain, or if you're just finding you don't like planks, or you just want to shake it up. So we're going to start with a little bit of mobility. So typically shoulder pain is coming from the fact that your shoulder's not sitting in neutral. So we're going to take your mat, or if you have an extra towel, you can grab a towel and roll it. So if you have really big shoulder issues, then keep it quite small. If it doesn't feel too bad, you can roll it a little bigger, but you don't need to get on a foam roll. So that is typically way too much. We're gonna scoot you down. We're gonna put that right under your shoulder blades. So just at the bottom of your shoulder blades. If you're able to take your hands by your head, fine. If you know you have a lot of shoulder pain, you're gonna even start here and turn your palms up. So you can take it at the level that's comfortable for you. You can try and work it up to this position, but we want to allow those elbows to just relax back. So if that feels like you're being pushed into too big of an extension, then go ahead and back that off a little bit. Take some rolls out of there. You want to take some nice deep breaths. So here's your belly breaths, just starting with that right away. You move yourself down a little bit, so wiggle yourself down. We're moving that mat up your back, and again, allowing those elbows to open up. And you don't have to have your hands clipped behind you. You can have your fingers out by your ears if that's a little more comfortable. We're trying to allow all of this to open up and to relax. So nice and big, those belly breaths, big breaths into the rib cage, so opening everything up. We're gonna take one more little wiggle down. Yep. So find your spots. You might find even as you wiggle a little bit, even as you turn side to side, you might get a little click, a little free adjustment, but it's nice and soft. So we're not doing anything extreme here. Good. You're going to roll over to your side and unroll that mat. All right, let's take it over to your 4-point stance. So one more little warm up. You're going to tuck your chin around your upper back and then arch and look up to the ceiling. So tuck and round and arch and look up to the ceiling. Good. Tucking that chin, nothing should hurt. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. So remember, we're just trying to get a little bit of mobility here. And one more time, rounding and up. Good, perfect. Let's take it over onto your back. We're gonna start with that deep core. So you're gonna take a nice deep breath in, belly's gonna rise. You're gonna exhale, gently draw down and flatten out. So there's your little core set. I'm going to take a couple bent knee fallouts. Of course, they're my favorite. Nice and slow. Remember, both hips are staying up to the ceiling. They're not going anywhere. Good. So those feet are basically side by side, but you can let that foot fall over with you. We're going to take 2 more of those, nice and slow. That leg's dead weight, and think of pushing through really heavy air as you come up. So nice and slow. Good. This is nice and flat and tight. We're going to take your right hand to your right knee and give it a little push and down. So if you need to, grab a little yoga block or a book or anything and add something if you can't reach that knee. But we're just adding a little bit of pressure. Shouldn't be anything up in the neck. Should just be giving you something a little extra to resist against. So we're gonna do 2 more of those, nice and slow. Good, nice and slow. That leg's just moving slowly and intentionally. So we're just thinking pelvic floor on, Kegels on. Good, let's try the other side. So nice little pressure, coming down slowly, legs nice and dead weight. So the key is that that leg is moving slowly through the air. Again, both hips are facing up to the ceiling, fantastic. Should be all in the top side. We shouldn't be feeling your back at all. And this knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. Little bit of pressure under that hand, nice and slow. Good, and bring it back up. Fantastic. Let's bring those knees to 90 degrees. Keep it nice and tight. We're taking one knee at a time, down to the side and back up to the center. Again, low back stays flat on the floor, so nice and slow. You can keep your hands inside the hips, so making sure that's flat and tight. Good. If you lose that set, just stop and reset, nice and slow. So these should never be too easy. You're just consciously trying to keep those abdominals on, drawing down, flattening out. There's your little saran wrap. Good, nice and slow. Good, fantastic. We're gonna keep her right there. You're gonna bring one foot down. Doesn't matter if it touches the floor. Good, nice and slow. So as you come down, I want you to keep your low back on the floor. So really key, the imprint of that lower back right through the arch of your spine. stays on the floor. This is still flat and tight as well. Good. We're going to round that upper body up. So if you can, open up across there. Again, you're staying nice and tight and flat, and we're going to tap down. Good. Little chin tuck. So if you find here there's too much pressure on your neck, drop it right back to where we started. Again, I'm not worried if the foot touches the floor. You're only going as far down with the foot as you can keep your lower back absolutely flat and your tummy tight and flat. All right, let's take 4 more of those. These are relaxed back. There's nothing happening up in the neck or the shoulders. You could also keep your arms here if that's more comfortable. Head is neutral. Good. Try not to keep your head turned sideways as you're watching the videos. Good. Nice and slow. Fantastic. Curl it up there and hold for 8 counts. We're going to open up. 7, 6, 5, wherever you want those hands. We've got 4 more seconds, tucking under like you're holding a tennis ball into your chin. 2 and 1. Fantastic. Bring it down. Take a deep breath in. Reset. Good. So we're going to go back one more time to those bent knee fallouts. Nice and slow. Good. Nice and slow. A little tighter this time. 2 more. Awesome. 1 more time. Good. We were just giving that neck a little break. Same tension you just had. Dig your heels in a little bit. We're going to pull them towards you. Coming up into a little crunch and back down. Let your head sit nice and heavy in those arms or in those hands. Nice and slow. Head's nice and heavy. You're still digging in, so you feel those hamstrings working. Good. Digging, digging, digging. We're going to take 3 more of those. Good. If it's cramping, that's too much digging. And 1 more. Good. Lifting up and holding. Lift, lift, lift. Hold, hold, hold. Relax back. Tuck your chin. 3, 2, 1. And let's give it a break. All right. Bum down. You're going to tuck your tailbone under. So let's lift up into that bridge. And then back down. So almost to the floor. And back down. We're going to tuck your chin and lengthen that neck. Good. Little lift and lower. And lift. Good. Again, keep that head neutral. So keep it pointing up to the ceiling. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Keep the big toe, or the base of the big toe on the floor so we haven't rolled out on the feet. Good. Let's do 2 more of those. Nice and big. Tucking under the whole time. Good. You're going to take 8 little pulses up at the top. Little 8. 7. Tucking under. 6. 5. Arms across the chest. You shouldn't need them here unless that's more comfortable. We got 4. 3. 2. Good. Tucking under and lifting up. We're going to walk your feet a little closer together and extend one leg and hold. So trying to keep the 2 knees at the same height, lifting up. Think of someone pinching that bum cheek. You're lifting from below the hips, so we're not lifting with your back at all. Good. Lifting. We're going to tuck your chin and lengthen your neck again. It's so easy to get in that cocked position. Good. And let's try the other side. And lifting up, scooping under. So instead of rotating, watch that. We want to keep those 2 knees nice and parallel. That'll make sure the hips are nice and parallel. So we're lifting off that leg. If that's too much, you can even keep your toe on the floor right now. Good. Lifting for 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Good. Bring it back down. We're going to do 8 more little pulses. Little tuck under. 7, 6. Good. Using those glutes. All right, we got 4 more. So we want to strengthen the glutes because the more we get the glutes strong, good, lift up and hold. This time we're going in, halfway out on the knees. In, halfway out. So think of squeezing a ball, but because you're still squeezing a penny between your bum cheeks, your knees actually don't come together. So they're coming a little bit together and back out, but we're still holding our $100 bill if that's more motivating, right between your bum cheeks. Good, tucking those hips under. Knees together and hold. Good. Squeeze an imaginary ball. Tuck your tailbone up. We're going to hold for 7 more seconds. Lifting. We should feel all those muscles beneath the hips working for you. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and feet right together. Lifting one leg. Good. We got to give you a little challenge. If that's too much this time to come to one foot, leave that toe on the floor. Good. Breathing. We have 5 more seconds. 4, and if it's burning, that's exactly what it should be doing. Good, and lifting up, tucking under, yeah. All right, tucking, lifting, tucking, lifting. So just keep reminding yourself, that's your little mantra there, tucking and lifting, tucking and lifting. 3, a little higher. 2, good, we'll talk about my counting later. 1, and relax. All right, let's roll over to the side. So if you need more support for your neck, grab yourself a pillow or even roll your yoga mat a little bit and give yourself a little more support. We're gonna extend that bottom leg, cross the top leg over, tummy in, relax the head and lifting that bottom leg. Good. So we're keeping the foot flexed, so instead of toe pointed, I want you to keep your toe pulled towards your knee. We're lifting with that inner thigh. Yes. So we're trying to work all those muscles around the pelvis to get that nice and strong and get your core working. The glutes work properly, the hip flexors back off, all of a sudden the adductors start working properly, core starts working properly. That's what we want. Good. So you may think, well, we're not doing that much core as in ab work. We will, but these all lead to better abdominal function when you're doing those abdominal exercises. Good, let's do 2 more of those. Lifting nice and high again, let that head rest. Good, and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Think of lifting your ankle bone up to the ceiling. 2 more, and lift up and hold. Good, 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Inner thigh is lifting, leg is nice and straight. And relax. Good. Feet together, knees together. You're gonna roll forward into your sexy beach pose. Here's your clam shells, going right into those clam shells. So the key on this one is that hip rolls as far forward as you can and then pull your core on. Nice work. So we should feel that right behind the hip, right up in the glutes. Excellent. Nice. Every once in a while I hear a little rooster crow here. Just when my bum's always burning, he's crowing. Good. All right, we got 5 more. Here we go. Nice and big. Yeah. 2 more. Hip forward. And lift right up. Good. We got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Core on. Woo. All right, roll right over to your stomach. So we're gonna flatten it right down. We're gonna work that same leg you just did. So working the glute max this time, we're gonna turn that core on, draw your belly button in, then think of someone pinching your bum cheeks, then lift, then relax. So we're repatterning here. We don't want your back at all, which is really important that your head is rested. So we're gonna go core on, belly button in towards your spine, think of someone pinching your bum cheeks, so flex your bum, lift, and then lower, completely relax. Core on, glute, lift, and relax. Good. Core on, glute, lift, and relax. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. So put your arms where it's comfortable for you. If it's more comfortable for you to lie right down, that's fine. If you can, keep your forehead on the floor. We're gonna take 2 more of these. Last 2, core on, glute on, lift. Good. You may feel your hamstrings working as well. And 1 more time. Core on, glute on, lift, and lower. Good. Let's take it over to the other side. So slowly come on over to your other side. Let's go right into those adductors. So again, relax yourself, extend. This is in a nice straight line. Flex that foot. Move up a little bit. There we go. Flex that foot. Good. So if it's too hard for you and it's pushing on that bottom hip, just fold your mat, roll your mat, make yourself comfortable. Watch that your toes not rotating up to the ceiling. So legs nice and straight. Good. Let that neck go. So often this is where you'll start noticing that you really hold a lot of tension in your neck when you're doing other exercises that really don't involve your neck at all. So make sure we're letting go of that neck. Good. We're gonna take 4 more of these. I think you got a bonus one. It's good for you. All right. 2 more. Good. Little pulses. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. These are a little quicker ones. 2. And lift up and hold. 8 seconds. 7, 6, good, relax that foot. 4 seconds, here we go. 3, 2, should feel that inner thigh, and fantastic, feet together. So feet are in line with your bum, you're gonna roll that hip forward, core on, right into those clam shells. Good, lifting nice and high, using those glutes. Let that head relax. Good. And you can reposition your legs. So if it really doesn't feel right, probably means for your body you do need to reposition a little bit. So as long as we're getting into those glutes, that's what we really want to do. That's the important thing. Yes, lifting, core on. All right, you're gonna give me 5 more big ones. Feet stay together on this, just the top knee, and keep rolling the hip forward. It'll start rolling back as you get tired or as you forget what you're doing. Good, lift up. All right, let's give it a little hold. It's good for you. Hip forward, knee up. Lifting, lifting, lifting. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and relax down. All right, here we go. Back into those glutes. So really key on these ones. Tummy in, glute on, lift, and then lower. So again, core on, glute, lift, let everything relax. Good. So wherever you want those hands, these are really slow. You're gonna reset it each time on purpose because I want you leading with your glutes. So the tendency is to really lead with the back, and I don't want you leading with the back. So nice and slow. Good, we got 3 more to really think about this. Core on, lift. There it is, 2 more. Up. And 1 more time. Good. All right, bring it over onto your side. Let's work some sides. So we are going to go knees bent again. So in that clamshell position you just had, fingertip by your ear, and we're taking a little crunch. Again, if it hurts that bottom hip, fold your mat a little bit. So we're bringing your feet up towards your hip. We're bringing your hip towards your rib cage, basically. We're dropping that rib cage down. So really important with this that you support your head and not let your head pull. So we're pulling with that side, but not with your head. Good, core on, so we're still in those sides. Yes. Straight up, think of that elbow moving up to the ceiling. We're gonna take 5 more of those. 4 more, you're breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, 2 more. All right, we're gonna lift up and hold, relax that head. Lift those feet a little higher, good. So the knees are down, feet are up, and we're pulling. We've got 5 seconds to go. 5, 4, up nice and high. 3, good, no shrug. 2, and 1. Let's extend those legs, work it a little bit more. Lifting up, suck up and hold. Good, love these. These are one of my favorite. And relax down. So the head stays out of this time. Lifting up and holding, ankle bone to ankle bone. Good, holding with that side, tummy in. And relax down. Good, we're gonna take 6 of these. This is 3, we're over halfway after this one. So legs nice and stacked, hips nice and stacked. Good, watch that the toes aren't together. This is ankle bone to ankle bone. So your glute lifts you initially, your inner thigh pulls you up to hold, and then you're holding with those sides. Really important to engage that core first. So core, glute, inner thigh, there's your adductor, and then lifting up and holding with those obliques, holding with those sides. Good, breathing, and down, and 1 more time. Last one. Good, holding. So still working around that whole body, even though we haven't done a single plank. And relax. Good, let's flip over to that other side. 1 more set on those sides, so relaxing right down. Here we go, core on, lift. Suck up and hold, good. Fold the mat under the hip if you need to. I know there's some bony people out there that are like, ow, this hurts. So make sure you pad yourself. If things are burning, yeah, that's fine. But if it's uncomfortable, then make it more comfortable for yourself. You need a pillow right here. I'm all about pillow workouts. Grab a pillow, support your head properly. That's really key. Good. The ankle bone to the ankle bone. Fantastic. It's right up here on that side. Excellent. All right. 3 more of these. Good. So we are actually hanging out right under this beautiful spot on the lawn where many couples get married here at Summerhill. super cool. It's the morning and the sun is hot, even though it's early season. As you can see, the vineyards aren't even in their full bloom yet. Good, tummy in, holding, holding, holding. Good, let's do one more. It's good for you. I feel like this side wanted one more. All right, here we go, tummy in. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's finish this off strong. You're coming on to your back. We've got a few more. So deep breath in, core set. Good, let's bring those legs up. So nice and slow. We're gonna take one leg lower at a time. Good, we're back to those little heel taps. Nice and slow. You're gonna take 4 of those. All you're thinking about is your lower back stays on the floor. If you've got the mobility to get those fingertips under your lower back, we can go ahead and put them there. Good, nice and slow. All right, let's bring that up if you can and continue. Here we go, lifting nice and high, rounding, rounding, rounding. Keep breathing. So now we're actually gently pushing that lower back into the floor, helping you keep that lower back on the floor. But you should be able to do that last exercise of just the legs lowering, keeping your back down. And you may start with just lowering your legs only a few inches. They don't have to go all the way to the floor. We'll take 2 more nice and slow. 1 tap at a time. All right, here we go. We're taking it a little quicker. A little quicker for 8. Good. 7. Nice and high. You're lifting with your torso, not your neck. So support that neck and let those elbows relax. So I've got my hands nice and relaxed behind me. It's more a reminder to keep my head heavy in my hands. A little tuck with my chin. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Lift up. Good. You're going to take a little crunch in and out. Little crunch in and out. Hold those hands wherever you need to. 3, 4. Sneaky. 5. Good. 6. 2 more. 7. And 1 more. Good. Last one for the obliques. Let's take that head down. We're going to take those knees off to the side. Start small and back up. Good. That shoulder stays flat on the floor. If you need your arms a little lower on these, that's fine. You got to put your hands where you're comfortable. You can keep your palms up even better. For 1, you can't push on the floor. And for 2, it gets you into that externally rotated position. Good. Nice and slow, side to side. So we're pulling up with that opposite side. Use these obliques to pull you back over. Head stays nice and neutral, up to the ceiling. Well done. If you're outside, here's a chance to look up at a beautiful sky. Watch the sky, the clouds go by. Let's try that again. Watch the clouds go by. Good. And 1 more. Good. Nice and slow. Hold that right there. I want you to pull that tummy in. Give me 1 more lift and hold for 10 seconds. The highest lift you can. So if we had a little measuring stick, it would be big, big numbers up to that upper back, all the way up. Chin is tucked. You're not lifting with that chin tucked. 3 seconds, 2, and 1. Good. Let's do a little bit of work for the back and the neck. Here we go. Elbows out 90 degrees. So we're going to take those elbows just below 90 degrees and gently pull those shoulder blades in towards your spine. So basically I'm squeezing in here and relax. We're going to hold for about 5 seconds. So squeezing on, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Good. So we're holding for 5. And when you squeeze on slowly. All right, let's do 2 more. So squeezing on slow, slow, slow. Holding. And relax. And we're going to do 1 more time. Slow, slow, slow. So really key to get those mid-back muscles working for you. The other thing is your neck. So we're going to do little chin nods. You're going to nod your chin to your chest. Flatten the neck. You can even put your fingertips right along your spine, right along your neck. And relax. So we're going to do a little chin nod again. A little chin nod. Push into those hands. Good. And relax. It's little. It's not massive. Little chin nod. Good. And relax. This will feel like you're doing nothing, but this is really key. Holding down for 5 seconds. Really key for those postural muscles. Good, and relax one more time. Little gentle push. In some of the other videos, we do get into that little chin lift, but we're not going to do it right now, or the head lift. And relax. Good. Cross that ankle over. Let's stretch those glutes out. Well done. Take a nice deep breath in. Let that belly rise. Awesome. So if that seemed easy, there is an advanced no shoulder workout as well, so you can check that out. Otherwise, if you are doing the other workouts and you just want to not plank as much, you can always have your go-to exercise. So anytime I flip over to plank, maybe you want to come back to your bent knee fallouts, or even better, come back to your shoulder blade exercises, any of the upper back exercises, that little chin knot I just did, and keep working on strengthening those postural muscles around your shoulders and in your upper back, so that planks no longer bother you, or you don't have any shoulder issues or no neck pain if that's the issue. All right, so you're gonna roll over to your side, always roll over to your side, and come on up to sitting. Give your shoulders a little roll. So that's the other thing, making sure you're rolling your shoulders throughout your day. So just getting some blood flowing, shoulder rolls. You can take a little ear to your shoulder, just deep breath in, using your breathing. So typically neck and shoulder stuff, all related to breathing, very shallow breathing up in here. So the belly breathing we did, lying on the floor, as crazy as that sounds, go back to your breathing. It is the base of everything. It'll help you. We're gonna go diagonal. It'll help you stabilize properly. Drop straight down and over diagonal. All right, so just take those hands around behind on your back. Gently draw those elbows together. Nice open stretch through those shoulders. All right, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next workout.